something? Oh, okay, it is recording. Hey, you guys, this is tiredg0th, and you are watching the Academia React edition of the series, a show where I read a plain deck of cards and interpret messages that are coming through as sort of a spiritual investigation, a spiritual uncovery, you name it. Shout out to everyone in the chat, WikiWide14, Ski, and also shout out to my pals, Amigo Japan, DJPH, Paisazord. I'm just grateful y'all are here or watching this because I know you are. Thank you to everyone who made me laugh today. Arahale, thank you for that massive joke that cracked me up. That was great. I don't know if it was your joke, but it was a good one. So thank you. V Damewood, thanks so much for being supportive. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay, so let's get into this here. We're gonna pull a card. This is 18 plus and for entertainment purposes only, by the way. So, Ski, if you just said something in the chat, I just missed it, so don't worry, I'll go back and I'll read it. But let's get into this. Okay. So the cards don't actually, this is a sign to me, when the cards don't actually want to gel, there's like, I get duality and like weird kinds of interpretations here. Like someone is saying one thing, doing another, or, you know, saying they're gonna do something and doing the opposite. There's an element of like a conflict here, like a conflict of interest, conflict of attention, conflict of intent. What else do we have here? We have the Ten of Cups up. The way that I would interpret this card on its own is emotional fulfillment, emotional completion, coming to the conclusion that a person is happy where they are. It's the completion of an emotional search for something, which is really nice. Yes, if you're talking about macros, Ski, I don't actually know what it's in reference to, but I'm sure I will in like 2 seconds. Hold on. Okay, the Three of Wands. An arrival to an emotional fulfillment. Something was planned for a really long time and it wasn't able to be reached until recently, so this is really good energy. That's so nice. Congratulations to who that's with. We're getting a King of Swords here. A King of Swords, a Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra sign in any house could be significant. I like to read generally just to see because like everyone says sun, moon, rising, or Venus, but it could also be your 7th house placement. It could be your equal house. It could be any of those things. So if you have air sign placements and you're in like a high vibrational energy, because I'm getting high vibrations off of this, there was something you wanted to do for a really long time and now you're actually doing it. This is great news. Yeah, look at this. You're doing something for your business and being super creative, possibly like last minute fun plans like pop-up shops, or like this is giving me the vibe of like pop-up shops or like last minute like entries to things, sweepstakes. This could be like last minute invitations to things. Like I know everyone in the chat got a last minute invitation for me, but like this is the general vibe. This could be for a few people. There could also be a young person who could be a fire sign bringing someone a monetary gift or something like that, or like a gift. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then there's a King of Pentacles here. And the high vibrational energy is that someone wants to be generous with a person, but they're younger. But there's something else going on here. There's a lower vibration that's trying to creep in. Something about going on some sort of... Wait, no, it's not that. That's not a low vibration. The high vibration is, oh, okay. So the King of Pentacles energy represents like stability, right? Stability, but also communication that happens between a young person who's still like trying to get themselves together and a mentor. And apparently like there was a gift here that may be coming in. But there's also okay, yeah, okay, wait a second. There might actually be a low vibrational energy here. There is, I'm going to do 2 separate readings for this because I want to make sure that I actually know what I'm talking about with this. Also be people that someone has communicated with recently. These could be supporters. This is a separate story. Like not every reading, not every energetic pull is going to be for the same person. Supposing there's like several of you, supposing there's like 700 of you, some of these energies might be applying to specific people in the crowd at different times. So just keep that in mind. Oh, I'm getting that this is good news. Like a lot of people might be resonating with the same kind of positive opinion of someone based on communication, and it could be leading to someone actually getting a really nice gift. It could be a monetary gift, it could be a physical prize, it could be something, but I'm hearing also this is a warning for someone. Someone is trying to build tangible evidence of something, but spirit is literally speaking to me and telling me it's a flimsy attempt at something. And you know, like, okay, within threat models, you're going to have all sorts of literally crazy situations trying to like pin people to positions that they're not even in. So just keep that in mind too. 4 of Wands, yeah, okay. This could be an organized effort to make someone look a certain way. We have to be careful about that because the Wands suit can represent creativity, but also creativity with words, creativity with situations, framing, okay? Framing. Be careful. 4 of Wands is also supposed to be a super group card. It's supposed to be like, it's like my collaboration card, but like mega collaboration, like people coming through and like putting their heads together for a huge project, people supporting each other in like worldwide events, international grouping. Like this is the card that I associate it with typically. So that's pretty awesome. But this is landing. This is landing on this group of people. So this is actually a message that could resonate several different ways. 5 of Swords. Okay, no, this is a collaborative effort to destroy someone's reputation. This is a collaborative effort to rush someone in with money and destroy their stability. Because they don't want a person moving into the future that they deserve. Well, I'm going to put it this way. A lot of people who do this kind of thing don't realize that when you attack someone who's doing something like that, just minding their business and moving into the future, they are setting themselves up as the people who are attacking as people who are going to be attacked by their own work. Because they're going to be discovered for their work. They're going to be discovered for their plots, their schemes. Yeah. They're doing this for a new start. They want this person to have to start all the way over. They want to lose all of their work. They want them to lose all of their work, to destroy their prospects. But there are a couple of situations here. Yeah, Spirit said that's the truth. They want this person to end up destroyed based on their cooperation with them. Mind that I said that, because this could apply to several different things. We're talking about sabotage. We're talking about undertones of espionage. I'm watching you guys talk in the chat. This is so funny. Okay. Nothing has been mentioned yet, so if you have any questions, let me know. Okay. Yeah, no, because someone Yeah, no, there's a young person involved in trying to sacrifice someone with this Ten of Swords card, and Spirit said that's not the Spirit said that's not the truth of who this person is. Spirit said the person that they're trying to sacrifice isn't looking that way to anybody. And they're also saying that that's not the truth of who a person is that they're doing this to, or putting this person, the person who's being put up to this isn't that way. I'm hearing that one. Oh my god. Okay. So sometimes, okay, for those of you who are new, sometimes I get downloads of information about the messages just to clarify what the cards were trying to tell me in case I didn't get the whole message. And I'm very grateful for the spiritual help that I have here. Thank you, Most High God. Oh my god, I didn't pray today. Hold on. I didn't pray over this. Most High God, thank you so much for presiding over this reading and sending your legions of angels to protect me. Archangel Michael, thank you for standing by my side and thwarting and cutting away any and all spiritual interferences, blocking, blinding, and shielding me as a buckler, as the prevention of my foot dashing upon a stone, and as my protection for my walks into the dark here, to pull from the subconscious into the light what is unknown. Thank you, Most High God, for your angelic protection, for the beloved ancestors of my highest resonance and purposes presiding here. What card is this? Three of Swords. Yeah, there's a bereavement coming for a couple. I heard a karmic couple. Two of Cups. Thank you, God, for this clarity. In Jesus' name. There's going to be a celebration after this because one couple tried to sacrifice a new couple and it didn't work. Thank you, Most High God, for that clarity. Okay. Yeah, for money. For literally an inheritance or a promised fee that was supposed to go to this couple. They're sacrificing this couple for this. There could be the involvement of children. There could be the involvement of like young people trying to sabotage the person to make them look unfit to be receiving stuff that's already theirs, meant by God, so on and so forth. Thank you, Most High God. I don't know if I put the sign of the cross over my body yet, but here it is. Yeah, it's all coming down to finances, monetary stability, things that people are entitled to. That's how true it is. The entire deck just dropped out of my the entire deck just dropped out of my hand. There's going to be a huge judgment about something, and they don't want this to happen. It's going to be about this money. I'm hearing two things. You can't save them and go north. This King of Wands, which could be a fire sign, it doesn't have to be, but it could be. King of Wands, possibly a person with red hair, is in competition with someone. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is the sign possibly involved, but competing for what? This is a separate energy read from what I just mentioned, by the way. Competing for money. Sagittarius competing for money. With who? Is this in reverse here? Where's the reverse? There's an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius that was competing for money. It could be masculine or I heard feminine. Feminine Aries was competing for money and attempting to stand in some sort of like dominant fire energy to be like giving and like representing the male aspects of that suit. And they were super creative and came up with a bunch of ideas to deceive someone, destroy their life, and create a whole bunch of rumors, but it looks like they're still not getting the money they did this for, so that's kind of a waste of their time. I wonder why they did that. Oh, okay, the illusions were meant to be a spiritual sacrifice so that no one would want to deal with the person who was supposed to get the money. Spirit just put the deck back because this person is perfectly happy now, the person they tried to sacrifice. Almost perfectly happy with a 9 of Cups that's like near emotional fulfillment. That's like all the happiness that a person has just before they're like getting married and having children and, you know, celebrating emotionally could. And who's in the Six of Pentacles energy? Okay. So there's some sort of situation here where a Six of Pentacles energy is following a situation where some sort of judgment call is being made on behalf of someone who is departing a situation that was abusive. This could resonate for a few people. In a relationship, it was relationship abuse where a party was abused. It led to someone else being uncovered as having been abused, and then the both of them had a nice time like discussing it and moving on and like just making money and being happy. But there was another situation here. I'm hearing the past abusers who are responsible for this have to pay something. Yeah, they have to pay something. Ace of Swords, Truth. When it's in the reverse, it means there's dishonesty or possibly something is quite unset, like it's not quite right. It needs to be adjusted to fit the truth, but when it's upright like this, it means it's the truth. So there's the truth in this situation where someone is being ordered to I heard grant assistance, but also grant passage to a person that they were controlling the finances of because they were not lawfully in control of that. There's also Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles energy. So someone is leaving a situation completely behind. Like completely behind. We're talking like not just packing up your bags and leaving, but like moving. Moving house and stepping into a Nine of Pentacles energy, which is just before the Ten of Pentacles energy. So if you know what the Nine of Pentacles energy is like, it's sort of like working really hard, tending to what it is you're doing, tending to your home, tending to your projects. Piece by piece, things come together, chip by chip, and then all of a sudden you have like a happy home, you're married, you have children running around, you have pet dogs running through the field. Like you have a little bit of everything you worked for finally come together. And then there's also having to defend this because someone wants to come back and to proverbially eat it like a locust swarm. That's what they want to do. I'm getting disingenuous romantic vibes for the sake of control. Whoever you are that has a disingenuous attempt at romance to control a person, you're not going to control them. I am going to be the one to tell you there's no control to be had over this person because they're in control of themselves. You don't get to put your hand on that steering wheel. And you won't. Spirit said something very threatening that I'm not going to say, but I'm being assured that you are not the person who's going to be controlling this person, and it might affect your ability to live your life the way that you want to if you try. So maybe don't do that and heed the warning. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, we have good financial news. It's coming out in the upright in this position. It flipped over. So the energy shifts. Even though the cards look the same, I actually flip them based on like where the weight in the card comes in spiritually. Yeah, someone's trying to literally like steal from this person because they're in a wealthy energy. And I heard that is certainly not going to go the way that they want it to. Like, I heard possibly the opposite direction. Take heed to that. It's not a joke, but take the risks you will and see what happens. Yeah, they're attacking a Queen of Wands. They're trying to attack someone possibly with reddish hair or a fire sign. It could be a Sagittarius, it could be an Aries or a Leo who's in a receptive feminine energy. And she's stable. And somebody wants to like run up into her house and try to like steal from her and make her feel uncomfortable. Energetically stealing, physically stealing, it doesn't matter. I heard energetically stealing. They're trying to intimidate this person. And I heard that they might get an ass whooping. Oh, yeah, because they're trying to intimidate this person from going downstairs to check their mail. They're trying to like, prevent this person from having freedom of movement, and they're doing this to secure some kind of like financial hold over something. Yeah, no. There is some fast communication protecting this person. Okay, what else do we have, Spirit? Seven of Cups. There are a lot of illusions being painted about this person, and it's out of, I'm intuiting envy. Like, literally, people are just picking on this person over and over again. This is like the fourth time I've picked up on this person being attacked for the fact that other people are jealous of them. It's not a meritorious argument. They're just mad because this person has what they don't have. But, like, here's my question to you. If you attack someone, what is your ground to attack them if you haven't done any work to solidify your footing? All the time that people procrastinate and spend in their envy, they could be working on something to better themselves. And this is why I do these readings, to give you clarity on what you should be doing with your schedule. If you haven't figured it out on Gmail yet, if you're going to look in your Google Calendar and all it says is, pick on this girl because I'm jealous, maybe you should do something else. And it doesn't have to be a girl. It could be a masculine energy or a man, or, whatever sex they are, walking in a feminine energy. Yeah, these people are literally, whoever they are that's attacking this person, they're going after something about them that has to do with a new beginning that they're supposed to have. And I heard it's granted by someone else. It's granted by someone else that thought they deserved it, and they keep trying to keep it out of their hands. This is like volleyball, like keep it under the rug kind of nonsense. Yeah, and it's like they're coming up with new ideas and new ways to stop this person from literally having what they're supposed to have. Because they want them stuck in a past energy that they weren't even supposed to be in. They were groomed and they were encouraged to take action, to live in this kind of energy, because they were covering something up that was not supposed to be known by anybody about this person from the time that they were a child. Oh my God. We could be. This is giving organized crime that does human trafficking vibes. And this is giving me energy that is also protected by religious groups. How else would you get away with that? Secular groups, private religious groups, groups that handle things in a very particular way where everybody is very quiet and hush hush and they only talk amongst their same community. We could be talking about foreigners, we could talk about secular religions, whatever the case is. Somebody could have literally had their identity, their life hidden from them, and then obfuscated from view forever, which explains this hot potato game of they can't have this kind of life because then everyone will know what we did. Then I guess they're going to have the life they deserve and everyone's going to know what you did, because is that not inevitability? Is that not justice? And what do we do this for? Thank you. We do it for justice. So, okay. We have 2 cards on the bottom of the deck, the Four of Cups and the Queen of Swords. There's a very apathetic, very overwhelmed, burdened, desperate energy in this in this particular Queen of Swords energy. It's not a high vibrational energy. It's an energy of like feeling like someone's soul is being taken from them. And this is also the source of the cruelty. I heard this person, this Queen of Swords, which could be, I just heard an Aquarius sun sign, someone possibly born in February could be significant. I just intuited is soulless. Wow, that's sad. That's very sad. I don't know what to say. That's the first time I've ever intuited that's the first time I've ever intuited a message like that. This Aquarius stole something for clarity and is part of a sacrificial rite to end someone's life before it could really begin. But they did this for decades. So this person that they've been trying to end, talk about how ridiculous this sounds. That child on the altar that they're trying to sacrifice is now in their 30s. Listen, I've heard about the long game shit, but like, how long is your game? Because like, by this time, they're gonna retire by the time you try to get this shit done, and you might be dead. I don't mean to joke about it, but like, what is that? This is why people just go to God and pray for the things they want. With my window blustering open in the wind, something I said was right. Thank you, God. I love you, God. Okay. This is why we don't sacrifice our friends. Thanks. 10 of Cups at the bottom. Yeah. The person they're attacking is very happy. The person they're attacking is in a jovial, happy, contented energy. And they're defending themselves. They're defending themselves. Hold on. What else is there? I'm hearing they have air signs that are also supporting them, which is good. Who else is in this energy? 5 of Wands. Competitive energy, but it's in the reverse. People are like, wait, why did we compete with them? We should team up with them now. Wow. Okay. That could be a message for someone. That seems to be a vibe here. Yeah. Again, 10 of Cups coming out. There's another Queen of Swords here who was having, I'm hearing the energy of competition was being thrown in their face like every day. There was a fight, there was a conflict, there was like a stupid energy around them trying to like drag their vibration, their happiness down. This Queen of Swords isn't an air sun sign though. I heard air cusp, air water cusp, air ascendant, possibly air equal that could resonate for someone. And I heard Leo moon, Virgo moon. That could be significant too. I also heard Aries moon. This could be significant for an Aries moon too. Aries sun sign? Oh no, hold on. Who's sun sign? Aries sun sign. Okay, that was true. Thank you, Spirit. Who else? Come through. Thank you so much. Is that Ophiuchus? Ophiuchus could also be significant. So that's like the latter tail of Sagittarius going in. Oh wait, no, the latter tail of Scorpio going into Sagittarius. Something to this effect. I forget. I want to say it's the tail end of Scorpio into Sagittarius. That's Ophiuchus. And if it's not, then it's the tail end of Sagittarius that goes into Capricorn. So it's like the end of November into December, or it could also be the end of October going into November, which could also be Ophiuchus. I don't remember. You can look up Ophiuchus. But Ophiuchus could also be another significant sign. Okay, so that was a good reading, and you're all in a positive upright Nine of Cups energy, by the way. Nine of Pentacles energy, solid stability, working hard, feeling a little tired, wondering, okay, when is it gonna happen? You're on stable ground, and you have things to look forward to. Someone moved to calmer waters, away from a sacrifice. They feel a little burdened, but apparently they're very protected, and this attempt here for someone to steal is in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse represents, from the Six of Swords, going back to calmer waters and like leaving a situation entirely that was uncomfortable, bereaved of joy, in a forceful energy. Yeah, because they're chasing their happiness now. They're following their bliss and their joy. They're not, whoever this energy is not paying attention to the people who put them up to deception. This is the undertone here that doesn't want to come out through the mouths of those who did this. There is an undertone of deception here that was persisted through generational lines that's being broken. We're talking like crime, fraud, grooming, keeping it in the family, whatever you want to talk about that people joke about in, like, you know, the Cosa Nostra, whatever you want to call it. Like, this is the generational curse that's being broken in these lineages here. What don't you see? You really thought God was going to be like, yeah, because you gave your blood to me, I'm going to give my blood and bless you when you go and you hurt your child while they're sleeping. When you go and you do this and that and da, 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 and you blah, blah, blah. You really thought he was going to let you keep building on those foundations and not let them fall? Come on. You knew from the beginning. You knew from the beginning. Don't be surprised. Don't yell at the messengers. Everyone, this has been tiredg0th. Thank you for tuning into my show. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for being here. Shout out to everyone who was in the chat today and everyone who said hi to me. I love you. If this reading, for the record, did not resonate with you, don't claim it. Don't force it to fit. I'm not yelling at you. Okay? I'm talking to people who would be resonating with this message, and I'm intuiting here as my intention that the people who are meant to see this message are the people who receive it. And I'm so grateful you're here. Check out my merch store. Check out the links in the descriptions. Thanks so much for being here, and thank you so much for being a patron, a subscriber, someone who likes my videos, someone who likes me as a person, and someone who resonated with this and found it useful to them. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. Catch you later. Bye.